What's really good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with Motor City Lions Talk, and read an article on ESPN today saying that two teams have least approached Detroit Lions about trading the rights to Calvin Johnson of recent, and Lions is willing to trade his rights. Said they had nothing to lose. That's what the article said. I'm gonna link it in the description for ESPN so y'all know that it's real. Said they had nothing to lose, so they told him to go talk to Calvin Johnson. And, apparently with all the riffraff going around this offseason, with Calvin going to the Oakland Raiders camp, the Miami Dolphins camp, and, speaking bad on the Detroit Lions organization, it's nothing new. Barry went through the same thing. For Calvin, hopefully he gets over it. He had to kick back some money out of his signing bonus, and that's what I really think got him hot. He gave, all this blood, sweat, tears to his organization, and now they want to be frugal over a couple million. I side with Calvin. He gave a lot to his organization. He sold a lot of tickets. He should have been able to keep the money. Why you being so petty and taking a couple million back like the Fords needed, And I wasn't mad that Calvin retired. I was all in for Calvin retiring because I know what Calvin been through. He was broke up, pinched nerves. Remember one game, Harrison Smith hit him, pinched nerve. He still, came out there as soon as he could. Broken hands, no support on the offense. Nate Burleson was his best receiver for many years, counterpart. There's no support, and I'm not mad at the kid, man, or the grown man. I'm not mad at him. So, if he wants to come back, he wants to come back. But, everything pointing to this, pointing to Calvin Johnson saying, no, he don't want to come back. He talked about how brutal football was. Took a lot of big hits. Like I said, he had that pitch nerve. I think that's what really, really changed his mind. He wasn't the same after a while. Maybe he just needed a rest, and maybe he can come back with a different organization and revive his career. And, what team really would be interested and really would need him, and what team would he be interested in going to? He just got married after his retirement. Probably loving life. It seems to be a simple man. Seems he's done well with his money. Don't seem to be too flamboyant. So if your money right and business-wise and you're happy with your life, why would you come back? Everybody thought he wanted to come back and play with somebody different. And, the Lions, Ryan Wood was trying to invite him to some of the Lions functions. And hopefully he gets over it. He could be a part of the organization. But it's tough. It's tough when you beefing with an organization that you gave blood, sweat, tears. Shit, you gave, piss to as well. You gave him everything. Hair follicles, put everything on the line, and they asked for some money back, and you felt like you earned this money. I feel him. I definitely feel him. Didn't feel appreciated. Most fans, Lions fans, won't want to see him come back for another team like Barry, but Calvin was my guy. If he wants to come back and it benefits the Lions in trade talks, and we get a great deal for him, go for it. What do you have to lose? This guy wants to play again. He paid his debt here. Understand he signed a contract, and he can come back. If he wants to come back for the Lions, come back. Want to come back for wherever else you want to come back for? Come back. They didn't name the two Pacific teams that reached out. We know Oakland was trying. He was at the Oakland camp, but I'm hearing that Philadelphia was one of the teams that reached out. So maybe their plans have changed because Jason Peters got knocked out of the game with a torn ACL last week. And we know the record without, the right tackle, Lane Johnson, is really bad. It's piss poor for Carson Wentz and the Eagles. And without the left tackle, Jason Peters, who's been one of the most athletic and best left tackles in the game, I expect Philly to come down with a down struggle. I expect them to go find a left tackle. Now, not a Calvin Johnson now, so maybe, they can be out of the running in that. But I don't know, for sure, the best teams. The two teams that was in the running for it. But, like I said, I'm not mad. If Calvin wants to come back and play, he's just such a talented guy. I'm not one of those selfish Lions fans and selfish Lions people that don't want to see him play for nobody else. Do your thing. We ain't seen it over and over with Lions players. Joey Harrington, sorry self, got to another team. Cliff Averill, God bless his heart. His career might be over with a neck injury. You've seen it. You've seen 1,000 other Lions go to other teams and do very, very well. And at the end of the day, if Calvin wants to come back, he wants to come back. But it sounds like he doesn't want to come back. Sounds like he's turned both of those teams off or down. Sounds like he's living life and enjoying retirement. And hopefully he can be a part of this organization one day. We gone. We got one more video today. We out.